Hello, yes, we have done another vlog, so I will explain more later and we'll go into the ins and outs of it. But for those that think Parsley is permanently active, this is 90% of his week. This groundbreaking footage of Parsley was filmed over a few days to demonstrate his daily activities. He's a dog that grew up as a puppy with my routines and weird times of the day and night, so he settles down and sleeps loads. It's unreal to see how much a border collie just wants to sleep. He does get active, admittedly, when, it's time to go out. Another day, another Parsley day. He doesn't like the heat, it's too hot. It's too hot for me as well. Turns out narrowboats get really warm. Got all the windows open, the door open, we're still warm, aren't we? I was like, no, I'm just gonna crazy grin. It's toe fur, it's toe fur just goes woof. When the weather comes out, it just gets really, your toe fur grows really quick, doesn't it? We have since cut his toe fur. Yeah, this could be a lazy day for us. It's the most active you've been in ages, isn't it? Yeah. Still not happy with the weather. Burying his face. And this is Parsley. Everyone, oh, he needs exercise. He does this a lot. He gets loads of exercise, but then he's always knackered. Bye-bye. I'm going to keep editing. Why are you on my roof? Get off my roof. It's trespassing. Unbelievable, just shook his ass at me. On my roof, doesn't care that. Right. Found a spot you like of it? Right, I need to leave, so. If only I ever had this many staff, ever. That would be amazing. But it's not to be. If I've said it before, to be fair, running a 2,000 plus people event, so it's nice to know we've got enough people. So waiting to serve people just before the dinner was going out. Here we are, 100 years celebrating the inner wheel. Just for a little bit of fun, I did post up a video on my channel of this event. It's a little bit more whole of what went on. It's only about 3 or 4 minutes long, but it was a historical event because it was their 100 years anniversary. So it was a very long 12-13 hour shift, 2,300 people to sort and serve. We managed it quite well. It was packed, and this is an ABBA song, so I've been don't want to get demonetized. You don't get that every day at work, do you? It's going somewhere. Bye. Here we go, finally pulled my little finger out and started to do some plumbing work. Oh, it was a nightmare. Well, it's been really painful, but I fitted a sink. And I know what some may say, it's crooked, and you'd be right. The bolts, the boat, nothing lines up, so I've got to do a bit of tweaking or just live with it at this point, because once that's out of the way, you won't notice. It took a great deal of time. It was painful, but I've got a sink in the corner. Problem is, nothing's straight on this boat, so it looks crooked. But you know what? It won't look too bad once the cupboard's out of the way and this hap's in and everything around it's done. I think it should be fine, but it's going to give me a lot more space here. You may think that that is not much bigger than this little hand basin, but that's just a lot better the washing and shaving and those kind of things. But it's on, it's sturdy. Do all this at the end. It's a start. It is a start. That took forever. Small progress. So, I've taken down the giant cabinet, which is going to go. I've got shelves that I'm going to put together. Bought those a very long time ago. They will go there to hold all the stuff. The sink is on. It was an absolute nightmare. The tap is not the tap that's going to be used, but the one that was sent, that I've had in storage, is actually not right. So I'm going to have to just leave that on there for now. I have managed to use the existing plumbing and wangle it so it goes out the hole. Took a bit of persuasion. But yeah, that's the old bits and pieces. So now obviously shower trays needs to go in here. A little indent's got to be cut into the floor so that the wastage part and the gulper can connect under it. Don't know if I can really do that one myself because I don't have the multi-tool and stuff. But all in all, yeah, it's a little bit off here. But once it's siliconed in and stuff, you won't notice. But we're getting there. I'm just going to put these shelves together now because another little job I can sit down and do it late night. Now it's now nearly 10 o'clock and I've taken the dog for a walk. Where's the dog? No dog. I found him. He sneaked over the back round there and he's ended up, let's see if we can zoom. Won't be very good in the dark. There he is. He's come around the front. And despite calling him, he won't come because he's useless. Parsley, come on. He will eventually. You can imagine him on a farm. He would be terrible. On a farm, he would be useless. He won't come. Come here. Come on. Thank you. Finally. Return dog. Come in here. You can't disappear off on your own little adventure and just ignore me. I knew you hadn't gone anywhere. We're locked in. There we go. You sit down, rest while we check out the thugs. Yeah. Alright, bye. Now I'm pretty sure that people have seen some of this going on. For Manchester, this is small scale. They basically just set up a camp and put some stuff up. The tragedy is, I don't think people really know the full history of this scenario. It goes way, way back, and the support for the Palestine thing might be a little misguided, given they're not supporting Palestine, they're actually supporting a group within. Interesting. So I just thought after so many months, probably a good year or so, I haven't filmed any of this, but I thought it'd be interesting giving this camp setup to give a little glimpse into what's going on. With wanting to concentrate more on the Victorian Edwardian eras, I will probably delve into the history of this scenario a little bit more. We'll see how it goes, but interesting to see it's still going on. We've got to worry more about domestic issues realistically rather than countries the other side of the world. As the dose is not big enough, here he is again, doing the same thing.
You can try to make yourself feel better by saying that these men were out of your league, but the truth of the matter is that you played yourself by leaving your husband thinking that you could do better. Look where you are now.
This past year has been the hardest of my life, and this next season of the holiday season.
Considering what I was just filming, I found the timing of this pretty funny the other day. Notice the boat's name and the documentary I literally just finished. He doesn't like me disturbing him in the day. So following on from the vlog about 2 weeks ago now, outcome of it. A lot of the sort of more regular people said keep it going, and I just came up with the less frequent. So the likelihood is I'm going to drop it to once a month, just so it gives more chance to collaborate things and keep the interest going, because it's very minimal at this point, and it's a shame, but you know, I'm not moving. I knew that it would drop, so it's one of those things. Also, as I've always kept an eye on the algorithms of YouTube, I can't grow with varying things. So the documentaries are still going, as we know. Going to keep them as they are. Got some nice ones coming. It's just obviously getting to locations and doing things and having the time. Work-wise, haven't really done much this last couple of weeks. The Manchester venue that I was working at, haven't requested any managers. The other couple kept cancelling shifts last minute, so it's back to that kind of thing. I have had some job interviews, so that's one thing I'm just waiting to find out. I've got a couple. I've just had one today on the phone. I've got another one tomorrow on the phone, and I'm going to the venues, I think, either end of week or end of next week. There is going to be big dramatic things going on, big dramatic things. I feel like I've hit a rut in the north, like completely just round here. So going from nothing at all to something, I might actually be leaving Manchester. I just think I've reached the point where I'm just like a spare part at the minute. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere. Work is limited around here. There's just so many venues, and that's it. And I've worked at the few that were quite good, and the other ones I can't seem to find jobs for. So obviously people are staying in those ones. I've worked at the wrong places. So watch this space, because in the next week or two, it's going to be dramatic, all sorts going on. Not going to say too much yet, or where I'm going or what's happening, because that would ruin the fun, the surprise. So if you haven't already, do go check out the Emmeline Pankhurst documentary. It's taken months to make. There's a lot of footage taken in her house, which is lovely to be able to do. And it's quite an interesting one. It's got lots of facts about the war and different things. So do go over, click the button, have a look, give it a like. Don't forget, guys, keep the likes on the videos. And I will leave you this very short one, because there's, like I say, there's not been much going on in the boat, and I haven't really left it all week, so I haven't got much to say. My friend, the tradesman, has vanished on me. He's just decided not to contact me back. So sort of the third week waiting and nothing. So without certain tools, I can't do certain jobs. So I'm gonna have to get some family in to help with the last bits of the boat, because I don't have to buy certain tools for like a multi-tool to cut one thing out, and that's all I need it for. So I'm just gonna have to see if I can do that. I've been let down left, right and centre by a few people at the minute. So yeah, forcing my hand on life decisions. So it's not negative, it's kind of something that I thought about for quite a long time, but never got around to. So like I say, watch this space, because where there's been no drama, nothing going on, the vlog's about to get very exciting and interesting, but just purely through life change, big life change decisions. So now I'm going to go and try and get rid of all the excess wood and offcuts and bag it all up and get the boat cleared out a bit, ready for a potential unmooring. See you in a few weeks' time, guys. Keep a lookout. A new video will come back. I don't know what to say. Nothing's happened. Okay. Parsty's still sleeping. I'm off to do some work. Catch you soon. Well, you know me and architecture. Can't get away from it.